If you talk to any multiple 6 or 7-figure cleaning business owner, I guarantee you they will tell you that they got to that level not through solely relying on word of mouth, but through doing some form of paid advertising. And chances are you probably have experience doing this for your own cleaning business and trying to grow it. But if you're running into any of the same issues that I hear all day long, then you'll know that it can be a big headache. And what might have worked, let's say 6, 7, 8 years ago, is just simply not going to work today. We need a new strategy. Costs keep going up. I've talked about this in recent videos, whether that's Google local service ads, Google pay-per-click, Facebook ads, Yelp. I guarantee you that you've experienced a big increase in the lead volume that you get for the same budget, and those leads are also harder to convert. The advertising platforms keep getting more expensive as more competitors jump on, and also just them being greedy and arbitrarily charging advertisers more money for no good reason. But also, you've probably noticed conversion rates going down. One, as more competitors get on the platform, people just start to get used to seeing the same type of advertisements, the same offers. So that's going to drop rates. And overall, I think people just have more skepticism about what they see online because there is so much noise. So you have these opposing forces working against you, and it makes advertising a lot harder. So this video is gonna give you guys a game plan, a new approach. I'm actually making this because the other night I was really sitting down and thinking about how come two companies can follow the same exact marketing blueprint and have wildly different results. One person is barely scraping to get by. They're probably losing a little bit of money each month. And then the other person can build a truly thriving cleaning business and get 70, 80, maybe 100 new recurring clients in the span of 1 year. And ultimately, the difference that I've seen between these two types of people is building a brand. If you guys can really build a brand, that is going to make your advertising efforts easier, more effective, and going to enable that growth that you're looking for. Now, in case you're wondering what is a brand, the way that I like to see it is it's really what are the feelings that someone gets when they look at your business. So this is going to represent everything from your core values to the effectiveness of your work, to the mission that you're behind, and everything in between. In my opinion, one of the best ways that you guys can start building your brand today is by leveraging content. If you're not doing this, then you're gonna fall into the same category as everybody else who's advertising and getting crappy results. I wanna go back to what I said previously about 7 years ago, the different types of marketing strategies that may have worked then that don't work now. If you've ever spoken to an agency or several marketing agencies, you'll probably hear a very similar game plan from all of them, which is, oh, don't worry about content. We have a couple stock photos that we've seen work well. So we're just going to put that with an attractive offer, like 50% off your first cleaning or a free cleaning coupon. And then we're just gonna try and get a lot of leads through the door, and then we're gonna call them and qualify them. Guys, look, been there, done that. That just does not work very well today. It would be much more wise if you could do a lot of the heavy lifting up front. Post on your profiles, post on your Google business profile, your social media profiles, lots of photos and videos every single day or at least a couple times a week that really gives people a behind the scenes of your company. So this could be just simple, videos of your staff doing cleaning, maybe introducing themselves, maybe throwing a little bit of humor in there, displaying transformations, so before and after photos and videos work exceptionally well. Maybe some of your content can be you as the business owner, just again, filming yourself, getting your face on the camera, and giving people a little bit of a glimpse about who you are, why you started the business, what your favorite part about running the company is. And if you feel really uncomfortable about getting on camera, there's ways that you can beat this by either having, let's say, someone else on your team who feels a little bit more comfortable, or even just doing voiceovers where maybe you don't always show your face, but you just kind of do a voiceover of a certain job or something like that. There is no replacement for filming content because you, who you are and what you represent is irreplaceable. The other dozens of cleaning companies in your area can follow the same offer, the same why we're different quote on their website, or even before and after pictures, which could be stolen. But you, who you are, that is irreplaceable. That is your unique selling proposition. So why wouldn't you showcase this in your brand? Now, I will say that this isn't necessarily the most fun thing that you're gonna be doing. It's probably gonna feel like a chore actually most of the time to show up to these job sites and take videos, take photos, or really hammering into your staff that they get this content for you. But it is going to make the world of a difference a year from now if you stay consistent. And what you'll start to notice is that leads are just gonna be coming in more abundance. They're gonna be easier to close. They're gonna have less questions. They're going to be more likely to refer their friends and family even before they experience your service because you've built this know, like, and trust factor ahead of time with building your brand. And I can give you guys a great example. When we run the advertising campaigns for our clients, yes, a large percentage of them do make it to the funnel and fill out the form, but a large chunk of people also click over to the social media profiles. Maybe they read the Google reviews or watch some of the videos or testimonials that we have on the social media pages of these companies that have built their brand. And what do you think they're doing that whole time? They're spending 5 or 10 minutes just sort of assessing, doing like a quick background check on the company. And when you have all this content, you are showcasing the effectiveness and the credibility of your company, which is pre-selling all of these people. Now couple that with the example of just running a 50% offer direct response where there's no information about who you are as a company, no transformations, people can't see you, they don't know what your name is, they don't know what your staff looks like. You really think those people are gonna have the same sales qualification that the other person does who does experience your brand? So over the course of the next few months, if you're currently doing advertising, it doesn't mean that you have to pull the plug and wait until you have all of this perfect. No, absolutely not. But it is crucial that you start taking the time to invest into your content. And what that's going to result in over time is that you have to spend less money and you actually get more leads and more sales. Put a little bit of sweat into making this content and building your brand. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. I really think this is the new approach this year and the next coming years for anyone who's spending money on paid advertising. And this is not something that a marketing agency is going to really encourage you to do. It's something that you and your team have to huddle together and start doing yourselves if you want to be on top.